All right, we got Tigers and Dragons, episode 2.
Yep, episode 2, baby.
What are we talking about? Passions and
Tigers,
rashes?
Dragons, and inspiration, I believe. Is
Inspiration?
Yeah.
So no rashes.
Yeah, no, sorry, by the way, I'm a little bit late, dude. I was actually looking for Ponce De Leon, and I could not find him.
I was
That's why I'm
wondering
dressed
why
like this,
you
bro.
have the Explorer
I got the
hat.
safari fit on because I was deeply in the forest looking for Ponce, bro, and I couldn't find him, bro. I went in the Outback, bro. I went in the safari, bro. I went in the jungle.
You alright?
No idea where he is. Actually, yeah, bro. I dodged some bear attacks, some tiger attacks, and some stuff. There was no tiger attacks. We're friends, but
Showing me marsupials over there.
there are some marsupials out there.
What kind of marsupials? Kangaroos, koalas?
I don't know where
Wombats.
Ponce is, bro. So maybe we can just kind of get it started and see if we just like.
Maybe if we do a call. Hold on.
Maybe. Ponce De Leon. Where are you, Ponce De Leon? Please go. Yeah, let's go, Ponce De Leon. Where are you, Ponce? Oh, dude, Ponce is in. Let's go.
Dude, wow.
Ponce.
You
Dude,
can
hell
Ponce
yeah.
De Leon
Let's go, dude.
From the safari.
from the safari.
From the land of down under, bro.
Let me help it. Yeah,
From
mate.
the Africa.
From the Africa.
The
Oh,
Outback.
before we-
You've been to Africa.
Steakhouse.
Oh no, my jacket, bro.
That's right.
He is South African. That's where the red hair comes from.
That's why I got this jacket on. Take care of all the bloody mosquitoes.
Before we get too started, I think we got to do something.
Ah,
Little ritual.
Little second episode vibes. See how we do it. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and go.
oh wow, that was anticlimactic.
Wow. Ready on that.
My hands are like sweaty and getting nervous too.
I hear if you don't eat it,
Alright,
don't
no,
come
no,
true. You go first.
Go.
Mm. You're not allowed to read it out loud. It'll ruin it.
I'll do it.
No. They're never supposed to know. You're never supposed to tell your fortune out loud when you get one because otherwise, apparently, it won't come true. So hold on to it and just. Was it good? Will y'all get some good stuff? Because I got some really good stuff. I got some really dope.
Fortune?
Mine was very good, both sides.
Mine is
The guy to your
oddly
left.
specific.
The guy to your left is fucking your mom.
No.
Whoa! Who's to your left?
You, motherfucker! Nah, I'm just kidding. No. That's not what
That
it
came
said.
from the Amazon. Yeah,
All right, hide your thing, guys. We can't even tell each other. So.
I just did.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh no. So
this guy better had his mom.
whoa, dude.
Oh,
right.
oh my god.
Right.
Whoa, dude. All right, so
right,
welcome
we're good,
both of you
mate.
guys. Hi.
We're
all
here. We're here.
We're here together.
We're smiling.
We're alive, dude.
We made it.
You guys are gonna welcome me in to the pod.
Oh yeah.
Hey guys.
How's it going, dude?
So I think today today we talk about what made us to who we are and like what brought us here, who are are people that we look up to and like kind of like what we actually do, because a lot of people who watching the pod for the first time might not know what Simba does. They might not know what Alex does or Mr. Ponce De Leon himself. They might not know what I do. In case you don't, hello, my name is Elijah Stone. This is Simba. This is Ponce De Leon. And this is Tigers and Dragons. Let's roll,
Yes,
dude.
Tigers and Dragons. So I'll start by saying that I'm a cobbler. I make shoes. No. I'm kidding. I wish I did that. It'd be actually really cool.
Yeah.
I do vocals. I sing and I write and
One of the best writers and vocalists I've heard in a very long time.
I appreciate that. I've only really worked on singing, writing, rapping, and things of that nature. But I started off as a rapper to where like I would genuinely get pissed off if people were like, "Oh, you're a singer, bro." I'd be like, "Bro, don't call me a singer, bro. Like, I'm a rapper." Like, and then like it was kind of weird. Like growing up, I was very like, because where I grew up, I was very prideful that I could rap the way I could because it like gave me
He's really
an
good.
identity, like it I don't know. It was really cool. But anyway, so yeah, so I started off with poetry, then carried on to music, and I've turned down a couple of the major record labels, two of the world's top three most major record labels. So that's pretty cool. And you didn't eat it.
You
Oh,
gotta
we're
get
getting
half.
there. We're
What are you
getting there.
doing? What are you slowly eating? It's slow burn kind of guy, I guess.
You do the same. you, you, you do the same thing with that thing that.
No, no.
Continue. So
Too late for that.
some really
The
good,
Eucharist.
huge artists and huge record labels told him all no because he's cooler than that. And we don't conform to record labels and their
Yeah,
crap.
I turned down the record label and I said no to this because
no,
I ended up
Yeah,
finding finding out the way that things are for real, and the way that things are not good. But that's what we're gonna talk about a lot on this podcast. So if you're into things like that and into understanding the truth about things, that's where a lot of this comes from. Is we all kind of are coming together and telling our truths,
Yep.
and just being kind of like being as truthful as possible without trying to hurt people's reputation, but no malice intent, just straight up facts, you know?
And truthfully, I think the most important thing is that we're able to share our testimonies of how we got to where we are, so that way anyone watching who at any step along the way can find a kind of refuge in our stories and maybe learn things that we have done already or done wrong or done right.
So they don't have to do it.
You don't have to do it. You don't have to go through those problems. You don't have to be down bad. We can you watch the pod and you'll just learn stuff, and we'll all learn stuff, and it'll be fun.
Save yourself the butthurt.
Yeah.
Save yourself the butthurt and
don't get oiled
time.
up. Don't let yourself get oiled up. Learn from
Ponce. Look at learn from Ponce.
Little callback.
Little callback to episode 1.
Episode 1.
We got these crumbs out of here.
I know.
Just give them all those.
It's hard. It's hard. It's because of the fortune that I had. I told you. It's really weird. Okay.
Yeah. Well done each other. I like to peek over at the camera.
I peek sometimes too. I like to give a good.
I like to break.
Don't do that to me. You need to have a mic.
I think the audio. We're hearing a little bit of audio feedback in the room.
Yeah, I'm hearing feedback.
Will you hear anything or no? Is it boomy?
I don't really. Honestly, it's fine. Let's just do it. Let's just do it.
Anyways,
So
Ponce,
I got a question.
Yeah, what's your question?
What were the record labels you didn't get turned down to? You turned down.
Which record labels did you turn down?
Warner and Interscope.
Warner and Interscope.
Warner and Interscope.
But the thing is that it was on like a 4-song EP, so it wasn't like they wanted a whole album.
Yeah, and that was your early stuff, right?
So like it was the first project I ever released, and honestly, I didn't release it for like 2 years until after all that stuff happened, and then like I decided to do it independently, and I just threw it on DistroKid so badly, bro. I didn't even know what I threw it on DistroKid. I was so angry that it took me years of my life to like just wait for these people, and I found out what the industry was, and then I was like, nah, I'm gonna do this independently.
Mm-hmm.
So then like I threw out my shit, and when I did, I didn't upload it for longer than like 24. I literally put it up for 24 hours. It's supposed to be uploaded for like at least 2 weeks.
I mean, 2 weeks before, like you uploaded 24 hours before you dropped it. He's like the day before.
So
I'm literally gonna drop this single. It's gonna be it, bro. No.
So like every stream I've ever gotten from that project has been like basically from no advertisement.
Organic, yeah.
Like it's been from like word of mouth, and like a lot of people in the recovery, like for recovery addicts and like of addiction, alcoholics as well, really resonate with it. But the other thing that I noticed is that I did that like without allowing it to even get playlisted. So like I kind of like really fucked myself on my first release.
Well, it's okay. What's more important is you learned.
Sure.
You learned something, and so
that's
the most important
But see,
part.
that's something that you're gonna learn.
So you never signed or you never released under a record label.
Hells no.
Come
Then they
on,
own it.
baby.
Funnel baby.
Yeah.
Literally.
Funnel baby.
That we can get into on a different episode.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
we'll get more
sure.
into the. We'll get more into the music industry itself on like the third or something like that episode.
Yeah. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Subscribe and like and comment and share and send this to your friends.
Absolutely.
If you have an independent artist in your life or a musician or entrepreneur in your life, send them the pod and let them know that they can do it. And sometimes they just need some words of affirmation and your support. So, don't hold back on your peoples.
So
That's right.
accolades.
Yeah. So Ponce, dude, tell us a little bit about like your journey through this music thing. Like, who inspires you, and like what makes you like want to do the kind of music you do, and like want to do like your thing, and like what inspired your sound. Like, where did and obviously your sound is from your soul. That's the most important part, which is really cool. And I'm glad you're especially like finding it more lately. But like,
I feel that
I would
too.
love to hear like how like where you know where's your mind then, and what brought you to what turned you into Ponce De Leon.
So I was not signed, or I've not had any interaction with record labels. But I have played music my whole life since I was 4 years old.
And it shows.
On pots and pans,
He's really good.
on whatever would make a tune. I would write a song. I remember writing my first song on a lightsaber.
No way. What?
No joke. Yeah.
Dude, what do you mean on a lightsaber? Hold on.
Little side track or side note. I pretended to make a lightsaber as a guitar because I was a Star Wars fan and I had a lightsaber.
I have a Star Wars lightsaber tatted on my leg.
Do you
Secretly,
really?
no one's allowed to see it.
What color was this lightsaber?
Oh, blue. It was Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber.
Okay.
Yeah. The goat.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
he's how that worked out. for
Okay.
him.
Well, we can debate that another time.
I like Anakin Skywalker, bro. Like let's just say he didn't win.
True. That is fair.
And he had some dark.
He won in the end.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
He turned back.
he had like a really weird like choking fetish.
A little bit, yeah.
I think.
But
that
anyways,
was not mentioned much in Star Wars, but it's definitely lower.
yeah, and then I turned some Tupperwares over and I smashed them to pieces
With his fists.
with spoons and whatever I could figure out would be the coolest,
drum on them?
soundest drums. And my parents got very mad at me because I would break drawers and I would break, wooden drawers, plastic drawers. Didn't matter what.
You guys know
kind
that
of drawers
TikTok
it was.
of the people or the video of them like slamming the oven door? That's this guy in his house when like 3 years
that's
old.
me. That's me. Like 3 years old. Yeah.
Clicking
How
on
old
the
were you
light.
when you were doing that though?
I want to say 5 or 6.
Wow.
I want to say
Okay.
5 or 6. Yeah. I wrote my first song, and
On the how
It-
okay, but how
it
did you
on
write
a-
it on
I hummed the tune on the guitar,
Oh,
whatever,
okay.
and then I wrote the words
Nice.
on top of that, and then I had one of my friends hum those words so I could sing. Sorry, hum the tune
the
so
guitar,
that I
sing.
could sing
you
the
could
words on
strum
top of
and-
it. And we had a
Yeah,
whole
dude,
band.
let's
We had a whole
go.
band.
That's
Some
so
dude,
lit.
some
That's
dude that
really
was, we weren't very good at all,
Yeah, it's
but
okay. Yeah, I wasn't.
Whole band.
yeah, dude. But
What
yeah,
was
so
the
that
name? What was the
do
name?
you have a name?
No, it was
okay.
just we didn't play any gigs or anything. No fame, no
No-
fame from that band. you
No
know?
gigs, surprisingly. Who I wondered why. Dude,
And I
there's
wish
no
I
reason.
wish I could remember the words and everything. It's on the tip of my tongue.
If you
It's
can
on the
remember,
tip of
that'd
my
be
tongue.
crazy.
But eventually, I think I should like put it out or
Dude, yeah, you
something
should release it.
because it wasn't a bad song. But anyways,
Oh yeah.
yeah. So that was kind of my first introduction to all that, and then after that, I actually I've always wanted to be a songwriter. I've always wanted to be a singer-songwriter, making and producing all of my own music, and performing it and getting really good at the performing side
Hell
of
yeah.
things because I don't want to be just behind the scenes. And so
This kid's a star, man. This kid's a star.
yeah,
He's gotta
thank you.
shine.
I appreciate
is.
it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you gotta see this guy if you ever have a chance to see Mr. Ponce De Leon himself live at any show, do it, bro. Don't miss out. Like
And
any of
show
us,
him your
honestly.
tits.
And show him. Let him sign you.
no.
Let him
good.
sign you
We're
and
good.
your whole family.
Well,
good.
sorry. My bad. Don't show him your
don't do
tits.
that.
No.
Stop doing
Don't
that.
let him sign them.
Stop doing that,
Don't
guys.
ever let him, don't let him
guys,
sign them.
guys.
Just TSA.
TSA pre-check. You guys have that?
PSA.
You guys should have TSA pre-check. It's actually really, really fire and like super helpful. And when we go tour and travel the world, we need to make sure that we have TSA pre-check. It's very effective. I skate through the airports and I just go boop, right through the things, bro. They don't even bother me.
That's good. That's great.
It's very good.
Cool.
Very
All
beneficial.
right.
So continue. So you were buying on pots and pans, and then you knew you want to be a songwriter, and then what made you kind of when did you get your first guitar? What was your first instrument?
So then I learned piano,
Piano
and I
first.
didn't want to learn piano. I wanted to learn guitar off of a lightsaber. So
Felt
um So, anyways, I learned piano, and after that, I picked up all my instruments from piano. And if anybody wants to
Nice.
learn an instrument, I say you should start on piano
Can you teach me
specifically.
piano?
And yeah,
Dude, let's
absolutely.
learn piano, bro.
Yeah,
I would like to learn
Piano
Um,
lessons with Ponce De Leon.
that's right. Yeah.
piano Ponce.
And
Piano
then
Ponce, that's what they call
Ponce
him.
piano.
after
Ponce the
that,
piano
I
man.
I actually got into theater, and through theater, I learned how to perform. I learned how to do a lot of acting work, a lot of stage presence work.
Gotta work on his
Um,
aura, bro, on stage.
Yeah,
From an early
exactly.
age, which is
exactly.
awesome.
So, and now we're here. We are working on singles, working on. There was a couple roadblocks where I got kind of messed over, and
He's making TikToks and content. He's
Yeah, we're
putting out
making
music. He's
stuff.
working on getting everything out.
He's single too.
And he's single.
yeah.
And
Hear
he's
that,
ready to
ladies?
mingle.
Hear that,
And
ladies?
he can
Hey.
play you any song you could ever
Hey.
dream of.
You
And
ever
he,
been?
and he looks like Hugh Jackman, but ginger.
You ever been with the
Something like
ginger
that.
Hugh?
You ever been
The ginger Hugh Jackman?
Ginger Hugh.
Jackman?
Who?
said ginger
Huge Jack
you.
man. Have you ever
Jack's
been
may have
with
been a huge Jack's man. Do you want to? Hit up.
That's
Here's his
ginger.
Instagram right here.
Ponce Piano?
Hit him up. Anyways, that's so awesome.
You gotta
though.
put sparkles. on
Ponce
Yeah, yeah,
Piano
like-
De Leon. Okay.
it. Oh, and I would just like to preface that the Ponce De Leon is my nickname.
Yes.
Oh, he made it clear.
Yes, I made it clear.
Well,
And there's a reason that is my nickname.
Yeah, it's-
they think it should be my artist name,
I
which I
think
do not.
heavily it should be his
I don't,
artist
I
name.
don't disagree with.
I
but
didn't say. Wait, hold on. You called me saying that you thought that should be. So don't
did,
go
I did, I
on
did.
the
I've been-
podcast
I've been
and say,
bouncing
"Hey,
around.
He
I've been
agrees.
bouncing around.
Listen,
I'm bouncing
we
around.
all know and understand and agree that Ponce De Leon is a dope name for this guy right here. We
But-
looked up a picture of Ponce De Leon when we Simba called him. He called him Ponce randomly. We look at a picture. Turns out this guy looks exactly like the Spanish Inquisitor who went and found the Fountain of Youth, or tried to. And this is a cooler version of him, and he makes music, and that will bring you back to your
And he
youth.
discovered
So-
Florida.
And he discovered Florida, but
the odds.
Where's
You know, Ponce.
That's where you came from.
Yeah,
That's where he came
I came
from.
from Florida. Longwood. Longwood is where I hail
Damn,
from.
wait, really?
Yeah, Longwood, Florida. That's right.
That's crazy. I thought it was Pine
Longwood.
Hills.
Longwood is where I was born. I was born in Longwood.
Is that in Pine Hills?
No. I was born in Longwood,
Longwood.
but I grew up around Pine Hills. I grew up in Pine Hills. I grew up over in Jacksonville. I grew up in Summerfield. I grew up over in Miami a little bit. And
Nice, Miami a little bit.
over in Miami, I got my dad had a dude, she was Colombian. Sorry, she was Egyptian and Colombian.
Mm.
And she had twins, and they were autistic.
Mhm.
And I
Me too. No, I felt that.
and I knew they were autistic as a kid. It was so weird. I didn't know what autism was, but
Yeah.
I just asked if they were autistic one day, and
And
she was
they're
like,
like, "Yep."
and then she got so upset with me.
Oh,
She's like,
no.
no, like Michael, handle your kid. That's my dad's name.
You
She's
got
like,
it.
Michael, look at your kid, talking smack about my kids. And I was
Yeah.
like, what? They just
Whoa,
like blink
dude.
a lot and they do this, So like
They just rock a little bit.
I was like, I was just an innocent kid saying like what I saw, I was like 6 or 7,
Yeah.
But lived over in Miami with that, and my stepsister, her name was Jalen. She could speak several different languages, including
Whoa.
Portuguese. She was like 2 years older than me, and she could play violin and a bunch of other shit. And
That's sick.
she would always like pride herself in the fact that like she was smarter than me.
Mm.
So
Wow.
sometimes I would just think about that's what Miami reminds me of. Sorry guys,
I've never
you
been
guys,
to
that was a
Miami, bro.
touchy
That's
topic.
okay.
That was
It's
a
okay.
touchy. It was
that was
that
yeah.
that and
Sticky
like
situation.
and a lot of real cocaine.
no. That is in Miami, but
Yeah, like real clean Colombian.
yeah, we're not promoting anything. Anyways,
I'm not saying that's not a promotion. That's not a promotion. I'm
going
just
to-
saying if you want to find it, I told you this place is about facts. All right. If you want to find, no. I'm just kidding. No. Look.
No.
I don't promote that. I'm actually, if you do check out my music, you really understand that I'm not really with that. But
This man has been through more than I've ever understood or seen in a minute. Like, if there was a movie for this man's life, it would blow your guys' mind. You guys would be bawling, crying, pissing, throwing up, and pooping your pants all at the same time in the theaters, hugging each other, crying and eating all your popcorn. You wouldn't be, bro. You would. It's gonna be a great movie. We're gonna make a movie about all of our lives at some point.
It
but
will affect your
it
medulla
will
oblongata.
it will affect you for real.
Your medulla oblongata will be pretty
Pretty rocked.
yeah, be
pretty
pretty
shooketh.
tired, pretty
Shooketh is a
of
great word.
the medulla
Shook it up in the medulla,
oblongatas.
bro. Yep.
Mhm.
That's what's gonna happen when you hear more about this guy's life story and where he came from. We'll one day make movies and go into all the depths about all of our stuff. But man, I literally have not heard a story like yours in ever. And
Cooter Town, bro.
this kid grew up in four white walls and in a small room with a straight jacket on. But no, just kidding.
Complete opposite, dude.
Yeah, no, but that's the coolest part. We're all so different, so unique, and like we all have been like through so much different stuff that like we can never fully understand from each other, but we get to be friends and be on this pod and make music together and understand that and learn that from each other's like stories, and then
It's like a
iron
Corvette,
sharpens
an
iron, bro.
Equinox, and a freaking
it's a what?
freaking
Ferrari.
Evo and a
Are you
Ferrari.
spitting cars right now?
But like, I'm not a car guy. I'm sorry.
I don't know anything about cars. I don't know anything about
All right,
cars.
all right, that's enough.
I'm sorry.
All right, I can't do
Speaking
car
of which-
analogies.
Elijah,
Oh yeah.
let's hear about your story.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, let's hear about Elijah's.
I was
Let's interview you.
Little desert rat, bro. I'm born and raised in Nevada. I was born in a place called Henderson, which is a small city outside of Las Vegas. I moved to a place called Pahrump, which is a small dirt town outside of Las Vegas, about 45 minutes, when I was 2. And then kind of grew up in the desert, bro. And, there's a lot going on in the childhood age. I remember being about 2 years old, watching my dad play for the church in Pahrump. And I saw him playing guitar. I was like, wow, that's what I want to do for like the rest of my life for sure. I want to do that. I want to do that. So one day he came home and put his guitar like on the stand. And I was 2 years old and I was trying to like play it and figure out how he was playing it. And then my parents saw that. I was like, oh my gosh, maybe he wants to do music. Fast forward, 8 years old. Before that, I was just skating, doing whatever, hanging out. 8 years old, I got into guitar lessons. And I was like, yo, this is so fun. I love this. I was also convinced I was going to be a professional skateboarder. Funny enough, first. I was like, that was what I was going to do. And then my
I can
mom.
see it.
Yeah, right?
I can see it.
Some sort of extreme sports.
Next Tony
related.
Hawk. over
Yeah,
here.
exactly, bro. If it wasn't music, it'd have been extreme.
If we
extreme
like
sports.
mixed together, you would literally be Tony Hawk.
I know, dude. I know. We can
Like,
all
I got the
blend into one
look,
person.
and you got the
all blend into
skill,
one person, bro.
and we would be Tony Hawk. Yeah.
We'd be
Yeah,
one.
we could be Tony.
We'd be
Go,
Tony
anyways.
Dragon, bro. Tony Dragon. Anyways, growing up, yeah, that was eventually there was like family was like, yo, being a professional
Montana.
skateboarder is mad unrealistic. There's no chance you'll ever be able to do that. So I was like, all right, bet music is the next thing. And then growing up, I just I always knew that no matter what was going on in my life, music was the one thing that helped me to feel like I was less alone. Like helped me to feel like I had a place and I could escape to somewhere. So I realized growing up that if I could do that for other people, if I could create the same exact escape that helped me through everything in my life, then that's the only thing I want to do. The only thing I'm meant to do is like help other people escape. And then eventually started like kind of getting into songwriting about 13, tried, didn't ever happen. I spent months writing songs that didn't mean anything. Wrote my first song when I was 15, still not really much. And then my first real song when I was 18, after hundreds of actual songs, I wrote I Wish I Knew Love when I was 18. And it was about my depression. Parents didn't even know I had depression until I dropped that song. And then they were like, yeah, what's this about? I was like, yeah, I've just been sad forever. And dropped it. And then I was about 18, 19 years old. And then once I dropped that, it was just kind of like, all right, well, now I got to keep doing this. And then what's crazy actually is how it really all got started for me was I was actually not about to not be here when I was 18. My goal was to not be here when I was past 18. I was like, nah, I don't need it. But instead, God changed my life plan and gave me the chance to do that song. I dropped the song, and it was fun. Push it to my Twitch audience at the time. Shout out all my gamers. And
Gamers.
dude, yeah, literally, bro. And then
They're loyal.
I ended up, high key. I ended up working on my second single, dropping that, and then I got my first ever fan DM from a lady in the UK. She said, "Hey, I don't know if you'll ever see this, but your song, I Wish I Knew Love, put into exact words how I've been feeling for my entire life, and no one has ever been able to do that. Like, thank you for doing that. Please keep making music and never stop pursuing your dreams." And I was like, whoa, it was just like a beautiful message. And I just remember like kind of bawling. I was like, whoa, okay, like I did it. Like my whole goal was to help one person. If I could help one person feel less alone, I'm successful. So then I did it. After my first, my second song came out, I was like, whoa, like, all right, like I'm already successful in my eyes now. So like the rest doesn't matter. And now like I just wanted to keep going, keep pushing until I get to a point where now maybe one day I can be and obviously now I see, God has called me to, become something in this industry, and with the help of my friends and my brothers and sisters in Christ, like, able to help more people, and hopefully millions down the line, where people can help kind of see like, hey, like this kid was not about to not be here, and now here he is. If he can do it, then I can do it.
Right. When people are like on the fence of giving up.
Exactly. Trying to get those people, help them out.
Yeah, that happens to a lot of artists. Like I myself too, and like a lot of us, we struggle with this feeling of being alone, and feeling like there is a lack of people that understand us, and that's because we like to work when we're alone. We like to create
where
when we're
we
alone.
Flow.
It's
from.
it's the easiest place to be vulnerable. You see, and whenever artists connect to one another, whenever you get that spark, that does happen. Most of the time, it's by chance, right? Like, and we aren't going to out and actively doing that because that's not in our nature as artists. We're like, no, I got my thing. I gotta do my thing. I want to master my craft, right? So whenever you do find somebody that speaks that native language, it's such a beautiful thing where it's like, wow, like I feel heard, I feel understood, like, and so that's why like allowing like this kind of thing to flourish in like a podcast where you have different perspectives from different backgrounds of different
Shift your
artists.
perspective, you got to shift your perspective.
Yeah, it really widens things. It really puts things into a broader view, and it's really cool. Yeah, shift the perspective, like he's saying.
Yeah, that's right.
Because you said that, put your arm down
Oh.
and explain why we have this.
Oh yeah. So I just want to say a quick shout out to the brand Where Is Up for sponsoring the podcast. I'm so honored that they picked us to sponsor. Really stoked. These are one of one hand painted custom items, limited edition only. These are one of ones. These will never be made again. Designs are limited to. We have a brand new winter drop that just came out. Literally brand new. Came out today, Black Friday. 30% off just Black Friday weekend. And then by the time you guys will see this, it's probably be a little bit past that. But it'll be only available for the wintertime season. After that, you can't ever get these items again. Everything is limited edition for the time of the collection. We have a staple drop coming out soon. They have a staple drop coming out soon. And it'll be available for purchase forever. But until then, this winter drop is limited to the winter time. So don't sleep. And the 101s are going to be coming soon. And thanks to Where's Up for sponsoring all of the homies.
Thank
Some
you
cool,
so much.
cool
Yeah.
merch. We love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is really dope. Yeah, it's one-on-one merch for one-on-one individuals.
Amen.
And that's what their brand motto is, I guess.
Kind of, yeah, it is.
Kind of crazy.
The brand model is
That's right.
actually shift your perspective, but that's also really good.
That's a good-
brand money.
Yeah, I don't know them. I don't know them, but if I knew them, bro,
If I knew
I
them,
would
I would let them know about.
I'd
how to
straight
do it.
up just like
You know.
dab them up like this,
Yeah,
kind of like
yeah.
yeah, that's kind of a good move,
And then we gotta hit him with a.
Oh, wait, how did we?
Put your
do
finger
this?
there. Put your finger there. Go.
1,
2, 3, 4.
I declare thumb war.
5, 6, 7, 8. Try
8.
to keep your thumb straight.
Bitch.
Oh no!
Bitch.
No! Oh! Shit!
There's no coming
Think
back.
about your dead.
All right, I won again.
All right.
All right, so
Someone.
and then no, I'm just kidding. It's like every time I win.
I just gotta think of our clothes. Just kidding. Oh my goodness, man!
Darn.
What? How good to be tigers and dragons on this beautiful green earth that God gave us.
Amen. Speaking of
That's right.
tigers and dragons. Speaking of dragons,
And
dinosaurs are
tigers.
dragons for
Dinosaurs
sure.
are dragons for sure. They are.
Can we talk about this a little bit?
If we can talk about it a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Well, yeah, as fellow dragons, I'm open to discussing our species' non-representation through dinosaur exhibits in the museums, because it's kind of unfair that they don't depict us dragons correctly in museums. They take a T-Rex skull, put it with a half made up skeleton that they come up with and tell us is what. Whereas dragons wouldn't obviously fossilize because they have bird bones, because they are bird-like.
Their
descendants,
wings
creatures.
wouldn't, because
Their
they're too
wings
hollow.
wouldn't, so they're hollow bones. so
That's
they
why we
wouldn't.
don't find bat fossils
No.
or the wings of bat fossils.
Yeah, you find the
And
bodies and maybe some bone fragments here and there, but you wouldn't find
if they're in
the
bat
full
guano.
thing.
But
Yeah,
it's really hard, because here's the thing: like if you Google it right now, how many complete fossils are in museums, you literally will see that it says it'll tell you at first. It'll go like it'll say some of them are complete, some of them are a lot of them are not, and then you go and you Google like are there any complete? And it says no, none of them are complete, and it's like it's so misleading.
They're all just assumptions of what the dinosaur they think would look like, and that's it.
And there's only there's like
Literally
13 to like 14 people around the world that are only allowed to
Yeah.
touch these things
Yeah.
that like have the
There's like bypasses that have to be done, and like things that have to be in order for
you have to certain
anyone to
degrees
be
and
able
such,
to actually
right?
touch this stuff or see this stuff or understand or even guess with
And
it.
dinosaurs weren't invented until like the late 1800s. So like the term
Whoa.
dinosaurs, the term
term?
dinosaur, yes.
They
And
talk about in
so,
the Bible though. They talk about
but you know what they say in the Bible is
beasts
that
and
they talk about
beasts.
dragons in the Bible, and
They
there's
do.
I think his name is Saint George, okay, Saint George or something in the Old
Okay.
Testament, okay,
Okay,
if I'm not mistaken, Saint
That's in
George,
you.
okay.
it's a place in Utah, but I've been there. They,
But
you know,
he-
good friends out there. Shout out
He
St. George.
apparently, if I'm not mistaken, I think it is Saint George.
Yeah, heck yeah. Shout out my people in Utah.
He
I'm not
bro.
familiar
goes to
with it,
this
no. I'm
place.
not either,
He
but
goes to
shout
this
out
place
Utah people.
over. It's like a village, right? And it, like with the king, and there's this king, and I guess when he's like traveling, he comes across this like really big village that's being terrorized by literally in the Bible it says a dragon, and so like what's happening is this dragon comes up and the people get scared from it, and it's been eating their people and terrorizing their people.
Yeah.
And is it St. George? Can
No,
you look up?
I'm looking up. I have this AI that's gonna show it. It helps us helps with the Bible, but it shows you like where in the Bible verses are. I'm gonna continue my journey. Sharing faith in a challenging world, part 2, bro. Let's go. Okay, so
St. George.
so let's see. Something about St. George.
St. George.
Pull up the verses about. I'm gonna see if this works. Saint. I don't know. I haven't heard about it. A guy named St. George. I might be mistaken. I haven't read the whole thing. Okay. All right. His story is not found in the Bible. Actually, the Bible does not mention St. George or his
In
life.
the Old Testament, it does.
As his veneration stems from tradition and historical legends that developed after the time of the New Testament writings.
Look,
Well, look.
that's AI. You're using
Okay,
AI.
I am
You're using
using
AI
AI.
to
Shoot,
decipher
man.
the Bible.
Listen, bro.
All right,
I was
look,
just-
I'm talking. Okay.
Are you
sorry.
using Wikipedia?
No.
Sorry.
I heard
Where's the
this.
sources? We gotta
I heard
make
this
sure the
from
sources are right.
from an actual lecture
No,
from a guy.
No, I've heard that story. I just
so
am
But
not
the
this is-
Bible,
this
yeah,
is
dragons
real.
and stuff are
This is
mentioned
the
for
Old
sure in
Testament, though.
Bible,
This is the Old
for
Testament.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a guy from Rome. This was accounted by Rome themselves. It's in their history books. This is real.
Mm-hmm.
So it says that basically he goes to this place and he finds the village being terrorized. He didn't expect to find them being terrorized.
Yeah.
He was literally going to like spread the news of Christianity. And he goes and they're like,
Being terrorized by
yo,
dragons.
what do we do about this thing? And apparently like the people started feeding it sheep to calm it down. Like they'd sacrifice sheep to it. Then they ran out of sheep, and then the thing started killing people. And then people started doing a thing where they'd sacrifice a person. They like pick like like a random person, right?
Someone, yeah.
Well, one time this random pick landed on the king's daughter, and the king's daughter, and the king was like, "Bro, like you, like on my daughter's not doing. Someone else has got to do it."
Yeah,
So
it's
they
not
like
gonna happen.
let somebody out there, and then right as that person was about to get eaten or whatever, Saint George shows up, pierces the thing with a lance, and then but doesn't kill it. He pierces it, and he tells all them all. He's like, "Guys, it's an animal. Like we can kill it."
Yeah,
like
he comes back
they
and
were
tells
scared.
everybody, yeah,
And
that's
then
right.
and then they all tie it down, and they literally like kill it, and they like and they killed the
Yeah,
dragon.
And they kill it off. Yeah.
But it had specifically it had like this like poison that was like really like with its bite supposedly.
it
So
would kill a man like
it would, like-
extremely fast. or
yeah, it would
something
like
that, yeah.
disintegrate you with its acid.
basically.
I think there's a
Acid fire or
movie
something.
or something.
But this is a real thing.
It's
This
based
really
off of
fucking
St.
happened.
George,
He's talking
actually.
about, though.
And it says that in the Bible, and if anything is said in the Bible, it's true. That's what I've come to know.
Yeah.
And I know this.
Yeah.
And sometimes like yes, there are some metaphors. Yeah. But then sometimes it's quite literal with
Yeah.
what the fuck is talking about, bro.
Yeah.
And so like I just think that people have misrepresented what a dinosaur is, because what we're seeing are these fossils and not seeing the wings of the fossils, and we're just seeing the body of it, and we're like, oh, that's what it looks like. Like picture the face of a T-Rex.
Well, if you think about it, hold on. Well,
With-
type shit.
like that looks like a dragon head, does it not?
No,
Like,
you're right. The
like-
thing is people just it's the same kind of thing as like don't judge a book by its cover. A lot of times, well, especially when it comes to the not to be one of those people, but when it comes to like the government and everything that we've ever learned and the growing up in America and in the world in general, is that truth in terms of like history books and technical stuff can be doctrine or moved or changed. The Bible says we know the Bible is true, and for at least I know the Bible is true from all the accounts of history, all the accounts of all the different versions of the Bible that all adequate to the same exact thing.
And it's testimony.
Exactly, but
It's
but look, if
written
they've been
documents.
passing it off that these are dinosaurs for the past 100 years or 400 years, when really dinosaurs are something different than we even fully know, and that's the craziest part, is we may never get to know. But there are good dragons and there are bad dragons.
Right.
We got a couple
You
good
know that
ones right here.
There's a
And
beetle
a really dope tiger.
that shoots fire out of it.
There's no way.
Yes, it's
A
called
beetle that shoots
it's
fire.
called the
Can we pull up the beetle that shoots fire?
it's called the bombard. Watch this. Look.
I know what you're talking about. It's not fire, but it's like acid spit too, I think, or some sort of thing. Or yo, dude, let's go,
Bombard
bro.
beetle.
Well, should we explain how we are?
I have an interesting theory
Bombardier.
actually about
Bombardier beetle.
Yeah, I've seen those.
about dragons.
What's your interesting theory?
And so I believe, if not mistaken, I think a dragon is referred to as the devil in the New Testament.
Well,
if
no,
I'm not
the
mistaken.
devil is referred to as
As a
a
s-
great dragon,
As
meaning
a great dragon,
meaning
and a
that-
serpent and a bunch of other different.
Yeah.
yeah, but
types of
at the end of
creatures, yeah.
times, he will be a great dragon, like
great dragon,
in the
right.
last fight type
It
thing.
really
Like
is
he
like a
will,
multiple-headed dragon, bro. Like
Yeah.
a beast.
Multi-headed dragon, right.
beast.
yeah.
Well, one of my theories that I had, just talking to somebody about this, I can't remember, but one of my theories is that I like what you were saying about like the disintegrated wings and stuff. It makes sense.
Makes a lot of sense.
But then we have a dinosaur called the pterodactyl, and we knew that had wings, right?
But we have not.
Well,
we have
but who's to-
pterodactyl winged
Who's to
fossils.
say that
So-
that's even a full fossil? That's what I'm trying to say. Like because they're not no fossil ever
Sure.
recorded, even in the museums, are full fossils. Like they're literally plastic parts that they'll put together to make it
Right.
look like what they want you to
Right.
see.
Educated, yeah.
So who's to even
sure.
say that is a pterodactyl? Like that's what I'm trying to say. It could be
Smaller
it could be
dragons.
a small little, because they literally speak
Smaller
about winged
dragons.
serpents in the Bible too,
Yeah.
which could have been that.
Yeah.
They speak about winged serpents, but here's the other thing. You want to know a weird thing? Tigers and dragons, right?
Yeah.
Those are all from the Chinese Chinese zodiac, right?
Chinese zodiac, yo.
Listen to the names on the Chinese zodiac. Why would they just have one random?
One
Mythological-
random mythological creature.
Every other
Everything
one.
is a real animal.
Same thing with the Bible.
Yeah.
Think about that. Why would he talk about all these things?
Why would he use the word dragons?
And
if
then
it's not-
say-
if that's not a real beast?
he says flying serpent. He says other
Dragons.
things like that.
It says leviathans.
He said, yeah, but he does not. But the other thing about Leviathan, some people say.
those are demon. Those are demonic.
See, some people think that
Leviathans They don't like those
Leviathans
guys.
are like they're like, oh, that could be an alligator or something, and I'm like, no, I'm like, it literally says that their skin couldn't be pierced by arrows or blades, and that's
They're
something
like
that's
great,
terrifying.
disgusting beasts.
Yeah,
Giant,
in the ocean.
Yeah.
and I don't know. I just feel like there's something to the fact that we constantly explore space, but we still don't know 80% of our
no
ocean or something
idea.
like that. Like,
Yeah.
so I think there's also something to the fact that Jesus stood on the water.
Amen. brother.
And so us not knowing all the ocean, I think that
it was showing him
he
that he
conquered our
everything.
our ancestral water cycle, because
and
you are
whatever
how
that-
much
whatever.
percent water and you're how much percent water and I.
A lot,
So
bro.
when you die, what happens no matter what? That water goes right back into the water cycle, right? Jesus stood on that water to tell you, because
above it all.
where does
He's
that
above
water
it
go?
all.
It goes into
Yeah.
the oceans, right?
Yeah.
Because without the oceans, we all die. So look,
Mhm.
Jesus stood on that water to tell you, I'm not in this cycle.
I'm above it.
I'm above this cycle. I own this cycle. You guys are
I
fr-
created
fr-
this
from
cycle,
the
I'm
from your
following
you guys drink the same water your ancestors did, and then you guys are drinking and are part of the same water that your children will be one day, and you are a part of that cycle, and I am not. I stand over that. I defeated that. Like
Yeah, he did.
he
That's
defeated
beautiful.
that. Like, yeah, and
Defeated the
it's
grave, bro.
really cool.
Yeah.
It's smart.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, but my theory essentially was that because they're depicted as the devil in the Bible, my theory was when God essentially destroyed the dinosaurs, he got rid of their wings because they symbolized the devil. So he completely just deleted their wings, essentially.
You think you like control
Interesting.
delete?
Interesting theory.
Melted
I've never
away
heard-
their
I can
wings.
see that. I don't know if I'd
To almost like put
agree
shame
on that,
to
but-
them.
But
Well,
I can
in
see it.
all religions, it
essentially.
does say that, like in multiple religions, even in China and everything, it says like that there are specific people that went and slayed all the dragons in the land, like literally. Like I think that we killed them all. I think that genuinely, like I don't know. I know that sounds kind of weird, and
makes
also
sense,
the
though.
flood might have had a huge thing to do with it too, and
They had nowhere to land.
that's why there's so
yeah.
many fossils,
out.
and I think that we lost a huge.
Oh, I think we have a miscommunication here.
Huh.
I was talking about, do you guys believe in the meteor thing?
What are you talking about? Other than how the meteor is one that.
No,
Meteor
see, here's the
crashed
reason.
on
Here's what I
Earth
think
and
that
deleted
is.
all the
I
dinosaur
think
things.
that's to explain the fallen angels
and the great and the great wave. You know, in a sense, or maybe
Yeah.
that's why it happened. And like I don't really know.
I think that's to explain the
Right.
fallen angels. Because if you look at how many craters there are and how many fallen angels it says there are in the Bible, there are 200.
Mm-hmm.
You look at how
Right.
many craters, 196, and
196
then
have been found.
the Euphrates River dried up, and then they found like another one or two, and then
Yeah.
so you don't even know it's in the ocean.
Bro, they've
So
been
who's to
discovering
say?
statues of like crazy statues of angels like hidden around, bro, like in weird places and stuff. And
Oh,
I don't know, man.
and when you
They're,
cross
like
reference
giant beings, bro.
when you
But there's
cross
also-
reference those that number though, that 200 with the craters with the angels, right?
Yeah.
And then you look at how many mythological gods there are from Norse, Greek, and Roman mythology.
They line up.
It lines up.
It all
Who's to say
lines
they
up.
didn't just and also and Greek, Norse, and Roman mythology, they all slept with humans. Just like it says in the
Yeah.
Bible that
And
they
who's to
came
say
down and they would
this
sleep with
fallen
humans
angel
and
then to say
demigods and
that
all
they
these
are
things.
Zeus, or that they
Yeah,
are
exactly. They went and they
Aphrodite
lied.
or whatever.
They went and they
They
lied.
come to lie, cheat, and
Because
steal,
here's
steal,
the
and destroy,
reality
you
of it,
know?
is
Lie, steal,
Zeus
steal, and destroy.
is the same as Jupiter. And did you know that Zeus is the same? Zeus in Greek mythology is the same as Jupiter in Roman mythology,
Right.
and Venus in Roman mythology is the same as Aphrodite. And,
Right.
They all have just different names. They're just fallen angels.
So they literally had the exact same qualities, and they just went to different places and were like, "Oh, I'm this. Oh, I'm this,"
Yeah.
and they lied to all of us.
And they were like,
And
"Yeah, okay.
I'm the god of thunder. I could do this. I could do that." They all had qualities that God gave them, and they used it and they
They're bad,
perverted
and
that.
they wanted to be
and,
worshipped.
and they wanted to be worshipped themselves. So that's
Yeah.
why God came down, and like that's why Jesus came, because everyone was worshiping the Greek gods and this gods and
Random
these
stuff.
gods.
He's like,
and-
bro, I'm
and-
above all that. What are you talking
I don't
about?
think I've never heard of this.
Really?
Yes, this is
Yeah,
legit.
that makes sense.
So
It's-
those
yeah.
gods, okay, so those people were real. They are not gods, though. They are
They're
fallen
Nephilim.
Right,
angels.
I
They're-
just-
and they created Nephilim
I've learned that Norse gods and Roman gods or whatever, they're just creations of what they thought was the case with weather, with just the natural
A little bit of both in
the
some way.
natural things that would go on.
But that's the thing, is that these things, these angels, they were very powerful, and they were given these abilities
Right,
by
right, and it does
God
say in the
to
Bible
run
that
the
the-
things.
yeah,
and when
yeah,
when
right,
Satan came,
interesting.
when Satan went down, like 200 were like, "Nah, we're going down too, bro." And they literally went down and they slept with women. They had children with women,
Dude,
just like the
Giants,
same
Bigfoot,
story that you hear
Sirens,
with
all this shit, bro.
these gods. And then think about the
The-
gods.
the
Well, what do they do?
skinwalkers, whatever
They
they're called.
fucked each other a
All that.
lot. The gods literally would fuck each other a lot. Like they literally like
that
fuck each other's
explains a
sisters
lot
and all the.
of, like
a lot of-
Greece
And okay, that brings us
culture
to a great
and the
point.
orgies and
Think
the
about it.
How-
Greece
think
and
about it like
Greece
this.
and such.
Think about why we
That's
have
interesting.
Bigfoot, why we have giants, why we have the Bible talks about Nephilim and giants being from the Nephilim and talks about it, but like Think about why there's stories of sirens and things and mermaids and all these things in the water, all these different
Dude.
things, the wendigos and bro and like
This is the
skinwalkers,
fucking
all
siren.
you know, all
This is
the-
a siren
I
right
know,
here.
it's just on the
They
front of
refer
stuff.
to it as a siren. My
I
sister
know,
works
bro.
there.
Literally, bro. But think about how all those things were created and all those things are mythical, you know, whatever. But they could possibly be real creations or real like perversions of these monsters kind of getting together and doing crazy stuff.
I mean,
Who
think
knows,
about that.
man? Who
Think
knows?
about the way this works.
Exists
Even
cosmically in a different realm too, or something. Who knows, bro?
with this being the siren, just to take what he just said, just to make it like, just to show you an example. This thing, what happens whenever you're on your way to your destination and then out of nowhere you need coffee and you look to your right and you see a
Boom,
Starbucks?
Starbucks.
Oh, you turn right into there and you wait forever in that line and you don't care because I don't care if I'm late to work as long as I got my coffee.
You're answering the siren's call, bro.
That is the siren. The siren was built in like in Greek mythology. They would stray sailors from their path by singing a song or whatever, and like they'd like literally go off and they'd shipwreck by accident.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. They're taking your God-given time away by like getting you to do the thing. Anyway, so things like that was what
With
he's
the
talking
souls
about.
kind of.
It's a real modern day rendition of
Yeah.
what these people used to worship back in the
Yeah.
day. And I think that people have to realize that in the Bible days, it wasn't like today where we have all these distractions. We can go and talk about this and learn about that from this part of the world and all these things. Rather than
Couldn't go
that,
on
it
YouTube,
was
bro.
a world full of memory. It was a
Yeah.
world full of memory, and everybody had the Bible memorized. Everybody had these things memorized because everybody was on the same page, and they realized, okay,
important.
we all saw this shit, right? All right, cool. We're gonna agree that this is what happened, you know? And so that's why when Jesus came, it was so crazy for him to be like, yo, like I'm the Son of Man, like I'm that guy. And they're like,
I'm that
no,
I'm him.
not
Yeah.
you, no, not now. I'm not ready for this, like, you know. And so it's
Yeah.
like really crazy to see that there's actual documentation from both the Roman side, from the Jewish side.
Well, dude, even what Dallas was talking about, our pastor, homie Dallas, you know, dope spiritual sensei, basically. He was even talking about like how there is the most the number one thing who has the most things written about him, and the number one person in the entire world who has the most stuff written about him is Jesus Christ. Not only was it
Yeah,
written in the Bible, the whole Bible is
most
about
famous Jew.
God. He's the most famous person, bro, in the
Most
world.
famous
really.
Jew, yeah.
Exactly, bro. And like, there's hundreds of Greek texts, hundreds of Roman texts, and all these things, and all these different texts specifically about Jesus and other in there. And
referred to
random,
as a
like,
Buddha by the Dalai Lama.
Yeah, bro, from other people's so from
Religions.
person that might have heard of the story, even wrote stuff about him. And it's like, if that doesn't, tell you he's a real man, then I don't know.
Yeah, and also like, are you a fan of Harry Potter?
Yeah.
You like Harry Potter?
Yeah,
It's a bestseller, right? Do you think it's gonna be around in 2,000 years?
No.
No. Yeah.
Why would it? Like
why.
it's fantasy. Things can be changed in fantasy. It's so easy to
I mean,
capitalize
it's
off of the
already-
next person's
it's
story,
already
right?
Being changed.
Think
yeah,
about how
exactly.
So
fast when
that-
music expires. Someone who made a song even 70 years ago is automatically it's. I think the contract in some ways like for 70 years or something like that. Like after 70 years or 100 years or something like that. It's basically like you have anyone can get creative rights to that song. They could use the song. They can automatically sample. It's kind of nothing. It's been just disintegrated down to whatever, and it's not the same.
Product, yeah. It's not. It's not the same. It's not the times, and that's what I'm trying to say about the Bible. That's how strong it is. Is that it's been around for that long. What year is it, guys? Can we talk about what year it
2024.
is? Yeah,
The year of the dragon again. The first time of the second. Sorry, the first time.
Year
being-
of the Dragon.
First time being year of the dragon since I was born. Alex can testify and agree. It's not been year of the dragon since we have been born the first time, which is lovely. But
Lovely.
lovely.
Okay.
But yeah, dude, it's awesome. But honestly, to kind of
Alex's
cycle
brain is
back, I know
ticking.
we kind of went on a
So,
tangent. just
so
now,
what we
but
meant is that we're passionate about Christ as
passionate
well.
about God, we love God.
All
We,
three of
of
us.
love God.
I almost
said
we're
four,
always
'cause
much
God's in the
better.
room,
Yeah,
okay?
God is in the room. Amen. And Una. It's five of
Una.
us. All five of us. Shout out Nietzsche and Bendigo, bro. And God came and joined us. But
Indigo.
but the fact is, yeah, we all love God. We all love music. We all love what we're called to do and what we're here to do. And we're in every way, shape, and form trying to actively get to, to the point where we can help really change millions of lives and get to this, to a point where we're able to help the world. And I think this is a good segue to talk about who, other than Jesus himself, which is the King of Kings, Lord of Lords, the best guy ever, other than him, who inspires us to do like music, and who kind of got us our influences of like where like your musical origins kind of came from. I would love to know that about you two specifically.
Would you
And,
like to go first, Alex?
Yeah, I can go first.
Yeah.
Um,
The last.
I mean, I think it's just like Elijah. I mean, I didn't have I'm the only musical person in my family.
Nice.
I didn't have a father that that played music per se, but I had a dad that would play music, if that makes sense. He would play the rock and roll 80s hits, Christian music,
Nice.
Christian rock,
Bangers
whatever
on
it
there,
was.
bro. Bangers on there.
All of
for
that
sure.
music, yeah.
Very
And it's funny. It's like I can't really explain why I'm so inspired to do the thing that I like to do.
Other than God, really, I feel.
Yeah,
totally.
other than God, but it just is a part of me.
Yeah.
And so, and a lot of days it's kind of it feels a little unfortunate, and that's why I have to turn to God with certain questions I have, because I'm like, oh man, I could literally just go to Clemson and get a retail what is it called?
Degree,
No, like I could sell houses and be rich and
be
just
real estate agent. Yeah.
real estate agent, yeah. And just be rich and be a total salesman and make my money that way.
Life would be
But
fun
And do blow off of strippers' assholes.
Yeah, no.
yeah, right. Is that what they do? Wow, that's so
That's
sad.
what they do,
Hey,
I
man,
think.
So sad.
my mom's a real estate agent. She doesn't. So if you need a really good real estate agent that's
Amen,
really
yeah.
dope, hit up my
That
mom.
doesn't do
Hit up
blow
his
off
mom.
of strippers' assholes.
Angela Atherley appraisals.
She's a
and
really
stuff.
nice
She's
person.
appraisals, and she's a
right,
cool
yeah.
cat. Hit her up.
She's
South
very
Carolina,
beautiful.
Greenville.
She's a very nice woman, and
Very cool lady,
her
man.
husband is amazing.
Yeah, new husband, Mr. Rob. I have a new stepdad, bro. I have a stepdad now.
Congratulations.
Her
Very
hubby is
interesting, yeah,
amazing
very cool.
guy.
He's a cool guy. He's a comedian.
He
and
could play
musician.
with the yo-yo.
That's
He's very
huge.
good with the yo-yo. We
He's
have
very
footage
good with the
him
yo-yo.
with
I'm
it.
not. I'm
He's
going to put a clip up
really
right here,
good,
right now.
And it's
Wow.
yeah, bro.
Whoa.
He was actually losing his
Do you
mind
see
the other
that?
day on Thanksgiving. He
Oh
was
snap!
Rob would sit him with the
All right,
yo-yo
there it
tricks,
is.
and he was like
Clips
losing
over.
his mind, bro. I kept filming him, and I zooming into him, and someone was like,
It was crazy. I'm
It
not
was
even.
geeks,
Dude,
bro.
you think that I'm?
Oh, yeah.
You think that I'm a fool? Because
You'll
I
see,
was.
bro. You'll see one
I was
day.
wowed by yo-yo. You think that I'm a child, don't you?
Yeah.
You don't know this
I saw
man's
somebody
yo-yos.
juggle this
You know,
weekend,
bro.
which is
Really?
pretty inspiring.
I
yeah.
you
watched
juggle?
him
Can you
juggle a
juggle?
yo-yo.
No,
you guys juggle?
no, I can't juggle. Can you?
No,
Brandon can.
I can juggle things on a daily basis with my mind.
juggle two
but,
things,
I can
but not three.
juggle,
I juggled. I
can
juggle these
juggle the
fucks that I
life
give
of-
every day. No, I'm just kidding.
I can juggle the life of an independent
an
artist.
Amen, brother. Let's go. Come on. Tell him how it is. Oh yeah, dude. Oh my goodness.
No, but it's always. I think that's what's been really inspiring in itself, because music is one of the only things that has always come very easy to me.
Yeah, must be
School
nice.
doesn't
I'm just
make
kidding.
school doesn't come easy. School,
No, not at all.
nothing comes. I don't know what. I'm not coordinated in sports. I'm not.
He's not bad at parkour though. He's been learning. We're teaching
I'm
him.
not.
We're
Yeah,
trying to get these guys into
parkour's been-
parkour.
yeah. We'll show a clip
Pickleball.
right.
He's really good at pickleball.
here.
Don't let him. Yeah. Don't let him. Fool
Wow.
You. Wow.
Wow.
Don't let him fool you, man.
Whoa.
Oh wow.
Oh
No,
wow, dude. Killing it. Look at it all go, man. Look at this clip of us all
Wow.
going. Wow, dude.
Oh
Wow.
That's
how
amazing.
wrong clip.
Wow,
Wrong clip.
wait, wait, wait,
Oh,
wrong
swipe to
clip.
the left. Swipe to the left. Okay, let's cut. Please, cut.
Stop trying to get
Jeez. No, I'm joking.
Oh man. Honestly, I feel you though, because dude, girl, you know
Yeah.
what's crazy? You guys probably don't actually feel this, but in a sense, like, I mean, I was not talented, like, just naturally with music. Like, I've always had a knack for creativity and like thinking outside the box and stuff, and I've always loved music. But like, bro, I was not a natural singer. I was not a natural guitar player. I had to learn, bro. And I had to continuously practice all the time, every day. When I first started singing, I could not sing, bro. I'd be like trying to sing in my room. I love my brothers, but this is true. They'd but burst in my room and be like, "Yo, you got to stop singing, bro. You sound awful. Like your voice, you sound like you're dying." And I'm like, "Oh, thank you. I'm just trying to learn how to sing." But it was like I literally could not
Thank
sing,
you. I'm
bro.
trying to learn how to sing.
Yeah, I literally could not sing, bro. And I remember one time I was literally learning how to do falsettos, and my brother burst in and was like, "Yo, stop! Like this is awful." I was like, "Damn,
It's
dude.
bad. Yeah.
Now I can sing." No, that was a really bad example. I can hit some falsettos now, buddy. Come on. Listen, it's been a long day. We just did a photo shoot for the clothing brand again today. Third day in a row, basically doing photos, and
Yeah.
Because we got sponsored.
Yeah, because we got
No,
sponsored.
I think-
and we
I
had to
mean,
get the photos
I
out for
don't-
the brand new Black Friday drop. Continue.
I don't think it comes easy to anybody per se. I don't think it came easy to you. I feel like
Kind
it
of does that, no? Does it?
You gotta work.
just
You gotta
kinda-
work for
you just
everything.
hit
You
that
gotta.
shit, boy.
Okay, first
you
of all,
gotta be
somehow
hitting it,
another.
My voice has been coming back, and I sang in front of him
Another
today.
call
You
back.
the other day. I was singing today, or like the other day, and I was like, yeah,
Like,
he's hitting
I
those
told you, my
notes,
voice
dude.
was
He's hitting,
gone,
like,
and it's
notes,
coming
bro.
back
This dude
now.
sounds
Yeah.
like real life artist.
Yeah.
We said that the first episode.
But
bro,
yeah,
like-
another callback to the first episode.
Yeah.
Literally that auto
Dude,
tune.
crazy.
I think-
his pitch is
nuts.
crazy.
I think the voice is. I think what voice. Okay, I think what music is experience, and it's pain.
and
It's
soul, bro.
it's your soul. Yeah,
Passion.
that's what I mean by experience. It's
Yeah.
your experience, like
Yeah,
your
it's
tailored
your
experience
human life
to
experience,
your
what you went
specific
through,
thing that you
that your
lived and
soul
that you
went through.
Yeah. Like literally, you when we go and we do this thing and we like do our thing on a stage, bro,
Yeah, bro.
and
It's like the movie
it
Soul.
hits right.
It's like the movie Soul.
You are allowing people
Like-
to see your soul, like
Yeah.
you're being
You're
so vulnerable, and that's what's something that's so hard with us artists is that
Mm-hmm.
we're so used to being vulnerable with this language, but then when it comes to just talking to people,
or you're having like a
we're like,
relationship.
oh hell no, I'm not getting no. I do that on this end. I do that with
Yeah,
music. I don't
bro.
have to do that with
Respectfully,
like, you
that's,
know,
that's
like
how I am with relationships, and that's why like I'm literally been single for like pretty much my whole life, other than like occasional like girlfriend maybe here or there, but. Like for the most part, like I don't let people in my life like that. I very occasionally do with my brothers, but like
Stone.
yeah,
he's-
Rolling Stone.
he's
Yeah,
so
really, bro.
dumb.
But like I just it's like sometimes it's just like the things that I've been through to make the music happen and things that have happened in my life, I just like would rather not bring another human into until I'm like ready to make that like my wife, because it's like
Yeah.
bro, sometimes I'm like
You
people
gotta
want to learn
make
about me.
other
I'm like,
priorities.
you're gonna have to be very patient, and you may never get to. But
I
listen to
want-
my music.
I want my children
Watch
to
the
grow up with an
podcast.
emo
Watch
they
the
believe in.
podcast.
Yeah, watch the podcast.
Oh dang!
What up?
Shut up. One of my exes did his hair.
Yeah. Oh.
She did, she
You
did.
still said it on there.
He looks good though. Doesn't
It does. Yeah, it does look good. From this side, it looks great.
From one side.
No, she really did good.
We're gonna get him right.
It does. No, we're yo.
I also train.
It'll grow out.
train
It'll
in,
grow out.
Yeah, he's a grower.
He's a grower now. Sure. Let it grow out. Amen, brother.
It'll grow out.
I
I told you to grow out. I told you. But yeah, I think going back to the pain thing, to the music thing, I think that genuinely it's a tailored thing, and I think that's why artists, whenever people see it, they like it. That's why we like literally will go to concerts just to watch our favorite artist, is because what it is we're looking at somebody who found their fucking thing.
Yes,
you know,
bro.
and everybody
doing their
deserves
thing.
to find their thing.
Amen.
And we're looking at them and we're going, wow, this guy found their thing. And that's the same thing with the Gordon Ramsay. That's the same thing with the Simon Cowell. That's the same thing with Celine Dion, and it's the same thing with Brad Pitt. Like
Dude,
everybody that is like that found their fucking thing. And so a lot of us right now in our industry, a lot of people in our industry are here because they think that thing that those people are doing is just an obtainable thing, and it's just not like not their thing, but it's more just
Something to do, basically.
Hey.
Oh,
my-
the notes right there.
but yeah, they think that it's something to be able to have as like a career path, like you said, like a real estate agent or something.
Yeah.
And that's not the case. You see,
Yeah, some people are called to do music,
what
some
this
people are
is
not.
It's a passion,
It's a
not
passion,
even just
and
music. It's
art,
anything.
yeah,
Some people are
creative.
called to be doctors. Some people are
Yeah,
not.
everyone's
And
called to do
I could say the
different
same
things.
thing
That's
for
the coolest
every
part.
single industry. And right now, this
You're
whole
right,
world
amen.
is lost in people chasing money versus their actual values and
Shut
sticking
up.
to their moral compasses. They veer away from the morals and in pursuit of money, and then their passion disintegrates right in front of their eyes, and then they become this person who's bitter to the world. And when they see somebody with passion, they go, "Hey, that's not gonna work, kid, because I already had that happen to me. It's not gonna work."
Yeah.
And then it's up to that child in that moment to go, "Oh, I've never heard that. Maybe you're right. I'll stop." Or they
Or-
go, I don't give a
Nah.
fuck what you say,
Yeah,
bro.
nah, bro. I'm doing this
I'm doing
regardless.
that, and you couldn't do it because you're not me.
You're not
like,
me.
like,
Yeah,
like
literally.
that's what
It's a decision.
that's the
It's
feeling of an
yeah.
artist,
Yeah.
right? And so
Breaking past that point and continuously going, knowing every day that you're, at the end of the day, your dream is in the life of everyone else. You know, it's how the public perceives your music. It's all a guess in a sense at the end of the day when it comes to this industry. So that's why sometimes people enter the music industry wrongly. They just want to like get clout, fame, music, and money and all this stuff. But the thing is like, bro, sometimes like your soul has to bleed for this, bro. Like you have to be really meant for
Amen.
this. Otherwise, it's gonna rip you apart, and you're gonna hate every second of your life, and you're gonna be miserable. You're gonna have the money and the cars and the stuff and all the things you want,
But
you're
you
not
won't
gonna
have
you're not
your
gonna- you're not gonna
own
have freedom.
self.
You won't have your own self. You won't you won't be able to do the things you want to do.
Your identity.
You'll be something else you had to give up for to become this in order to achieve it on that level. But if you really call to do this, then like please never give up and never stop, because otherwise
And never sign your freedom away.
and never sign your freedom away, because otherwise there's not going to be a voice like yours to help other people across the world. We need your guys' voices
And your
to-
specific tailored
and your
life.
specific exact soul experience.
Testimony, yeah.
exactly, to help others. Otherwise, who else is helping these people?
It helps originality flourish, and genuinely I feel like something that is embedded in all of us is this feeling of truth, and that's what had brought that feeling that you get from when you're writing a song, the truth of the matter, right? Like
Comes
that
out.
that ouch, that really hurt, bro,
Yeah.
or that oof, like why did that perspective just hit me the way that it did? And this needs to be heard. And what the same place we go to in prayer is the same place we come from with lyrics and things like
Let's
that,
head back to
and
business.
melodies.
Let's go.
And that being said, I think there's something very true to the fact that I myself had discovered that this was a God-given talent through realizing that I write about my life. I write specifically about the truth of my life, and then what I witness, and then I put it to music and I make it something beautiful, just like how Jesus got torn down in front of everybody and he turned that into something beautiful and saved us all. And on top of that, that Bible is written with testimony, with what they lived, with what they did. And that's the same thing that we have to our ability. And that's why them forcing new artists and up and comers to go and do 3 hours of cover songs is not going to help humanity. Helping humanity is not stifling out the feeling of the now and saying, no, sing about the 30 years ago when it was good. No, fuck that. I want to sing about now. I want to tell you about what the fuck's going on right now, because we are the conduits to that. We're the conduits to the truth and the now, and that's exactly why this industry perseveres after us and like tries to be so predatory toward us the way that they do, because we're the conduits of light. We literally have a God-given talent that
We
they
can
want to
create
put a
something
bag
out of
over
nothing.
that light, bro,
From
and
our
shove it
experiences.
underneath the table. Yeah.
I know. Well, really fast, I would love to know, not to segue, because I feel like this has been a really good pod. I'm having fun.
Yeah.
But one thing I would love to know too is when it comes to let's say music, that too, that this band can't eat dairy. Don't let them eat anywhere near dairy. And anyways, that's a different thing. But
It's true.
it's very true. Why did you start writing music, Mr. Simba?
Oh, I started writing music because my dad died. I was writing sonnets and stuff because my English teacher. So my dad had died, and he died random when I was 15, and he died by getting hit by a car. And I was starting freshman year of high school, and I had this English teacher that was also my wrestling coach. And so I had gone to his first period class, and he basically brought me in, and he grabbed my collar as I was walking in, and pulled me back by my hoodie kind of thing. And I was like, "You're coming with me." And I was like, "What?" And he took me under his shoulder, and he was like, "Hey, what's wrong with you?" And I was like, "Nothing." And he was like, "Something's wrong with you." And I was like, "My dad died." And I said it and then tears just started bursting out because I was holding it in so hard. I was like, "My dad died." And then he was he goes, and he looked at me and he goes, "Oh, buddy, my mom just died too." And he hugged me, and and it was the weirdest thing. I remember it got me so much into English. That got me so much into
As your English teacher?
Yeah, bro.
Wow, that's
that
dope,
got me so much into English and wrestling, but like English specifically, like it got me like I was
Yeah,
like, wow.
you started
Like,
studying
and so
more.
I started like studying like Shakespeare more, and like every time Shakespeare would come up in class, I was always the one to raise his hand about knowing how to like perceive how he said things
Yeah.
and like dissect what he was meaning.
Yeah.
And his sonnets were very beautiful because a lot of them seemed like on the surface to be a compliment, but then they'd be like a completely sarcastic insult to the person he wrote it about. So I thought that that was like such a smart, intricate way of writing. I was like,
Yeah.
whoa, bro, you can make things pretty and it be a total bash. Like
Yeah, dude.
that's so fucking
Here are the
hard.
original diss tracks, bro.
Yeah, so I was like, no way. So iambic pentameter is what I started out with, and then from there, I like ended up turning it into like songs. Well, first it was rap because I like lived in Pine Hills and stuff too, and then from there I turned it into like song, and I started singing like in juvie actually, like so that's when I first started singing, and
What age were you when you started writing the sonnets, though?
15.
Okay, when did you end up in juvie?
15.
15. So it was like you wrote the sonnets first.
My dad
outside before
died-
juvie, and then
yeah.
you went to juvie. And now you're like, man, I'm gonna start singing.
Well, I was in juvie
Yeah.
and I was like,
Oh, yeah.
I was around a
You're
bunch of
doing- you're
kids,
doing rap first,
and
right?
I was rapping for them, right? And I was like doing my little raps, like it was like some random ass shit, like
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah.
I can't even think about what I was rapping. I can't remember.
No, I'm just kidding.
It was so like I don't know. But then I remember one day like they would all crowd around me for like whenever we go out to recess.
Hey, this
which
guy's
is-
really good at rapping, by the way. I want you guys to know this guy's really good rapper.
I know
Like,
I'm-
he's a
I'm-
very
I'm
talented
white,
artist.
but,
He's a very
yeah.
talented artist. Don't sleep on him because he's white.
But I would go in and I'd be rapping and like they all like be crowd around me and like no one really cared about like gang affiliation when it came to music. It was so weird. Like they'd all kind of crowd, and so like I had like multiple gang members around me, and but everyone else when it came to like non-music things, like it was all about gangs. Like nah, I fuck with this gang. Nah, I fuck with like.
Yeah.
So like it like brought people together, like seeing past gangs, and so.
That's dope.
One day I started singing like oh my gosh it was One Direction, bro.
Nice.
It was One Direction.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah.
It was like
yeah. Singing, bro.
I can't I mean I
Which one?
can
Which One Direction song?
it's like baby you light up my world like nobody else like I was going in though I was going
Love
like
that song. That's a good song.
baby, like I was going
Yeah,
out and,
yeah,
like, and
yeah.
I could do it like really good and I
Yeah.
found out and then I started singing like boy band songs type thing and then I started singing my own things and this is in my cell though I didn't do it to them then I end up going like I'm like all right so I could sing and then so I started translating my rap into singing so one time I sang my rap and then one of the dudes who was like a leader of one of these gangs he like literally like stopped everybody he's like yo bro the rapping's cool but that singing thing I just felt some shit bro like you made me feel some shit dog like that you need to do that bro like please do that like do that like
Yeah.
change all the rap stuff into singing, bro. And I was like, damn. Like I was like, no, I'm a rapper. Like I was so angry, bro. And I was like, but I was like, okay. And I started to make me realize that like it's just a different tool. You
It's a
see,
different tool, yeah. You
it's a
gotta sharpen
different
all your
tool.
tools, man.
You use a hammer for specific things, but then
Yeah, bro.
sometimes,
You need a screwdriver.
Yeah, bro.
yeah, sometimes you
You
need a
don't
screwdriver.
use a hammer to take apart a vacuum, bro.
No, you don't. And so
Yeah.
that's what I realized. And so I started noticing that like if I take these things and I did that with singing too, where like I was like, okay, different genres are different tools. Like the different ways of using your vocal cords. It goes from up here all the way down
Oh yeah.
to here. And so like
Mm-hmm.
if you learn how to use all these tools, you can become a master of the craft. Like, and I was like, damn, like that's what I want to do. And so yeah, it got me into that. And I wrote about my mom's addiction. Really, that's kind of primarily what I would rap about, and my dad's death. And yeah, and like just the struggles that I had growing up, like as like a kid, like with the way that I grew up.
Yeah.
It's still kind of hard to
Yeah.
like talk about as an adult. It's weird because you grow up in an environment
Sure.
where like it's like
Yeah.
if you talk about this, you're going to someone else's house and they're gonna make you eat off the fucking floor. So you
Yeah.
better not fucking talk about it. You think that my house is bad? I'll
Yeah,
fucking
wait,
like
I'll
and
send you
it's like
somewhere,
it's
yeah.
like oh okay yeah you're right.
Yeah.
And so like then you're an adult and then like you say it in songs and then you're like whew, got out of my chest and then like people are like what are those songs about?
And you're like,
It's like I'm not
It's
ready
like,
to
I
be
don't-
vulnerable
yeah.
like that yet, like
I'm
with
not ready
you.
for that. Yeah.
And so at the
But
time,
listen to the song a few times and then think about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, listen to that
Right.
shit on repeat. For a
well,
little bit.
at the time with the Warner thing, there's this guy who was telling me about TikTok, and he
Mm-hmm.
was like, "This new app is gonna come out. It's gonna be like Vine, and it's gonna be
It's
called
gonna be
TikTok."
fine, bro. Let's go
And
TikTok,
he's
bro.
like, "I want you to be on TikTok. I want you to be on this app. I can show you the algorithms, the things that the days you need to post on that you will blow up. We'll get you in a TikTok mansion. There's gonna be a mansion with a bunch of artists, and I'm gonna put a bunch of people from this influencing app in there, and it's gonna be big." And I didn't believe him. And then
And
he
that
showed
kid
me.
grew up to be Little Huddy.
no, but that
Say
guy's
little,
name is
dude,
Ethan
no?
Curtis, and
Nice.
I didn't believe him, and he ended up like it all came true, like it was all true, and but he wanted me to use my music that was about my mom and my dead dad, and like my mom's heroin addiction, and like me like being hungry with my siblings and not having a place to like a way to eat as a child, like all these things being like a joke on TikTok whenever TikTok first was the platform. So when
Yeah.
TikTok first became a thing, you didn't appreciate music like they do now. It
Yeah,
was
it's
more like
about memes and like dances and like
Yeah.
silly
how to make fun of
trends
something.
and goofy stuff.
Yeah.
60 seconds. It wasn't even 60 seconds.
Yeah, it was
I
like
don't believe.
15
It
or
was like 15 or
20,
so.
yeah, 30 seconds. I don't know, but the
Short
point is,
attention span based. Yeah.
it threw me off because he would like take this song that was so meaningful about something so like so
deep,
vulnerable,
dude.
and then he'd be like, "You know what you should do?
Shake your
You
ass
should
to
jump
it."
into someone's arms right when the beat starts, and then like start shaking your like it was like start
Yeah,
shaking your
bro.
legs." You're like, and I was like, clearly you don't get the song, like,
You're not listening, bro. Yeah.
and I felt like he pried into my life so much. It felt like I don't know. It's like when someone asks about a lot of really personal shit, and then they take that from you, and like, oh wow, and they try to manipulate you with like knowing like your weak points and your spots that have rust on them, you know, and it's like kind of fucked. Like it's like you know, you ever play Fallout?
And they try to oil up your dusty,
Yeah.
your rusty
You play
parts.
Fallout?
Yeah.
You know, like the what is it called, the
Boy.
This thing on your wrist.
the VATS thing?
Oh, that's yeah.
Yeah, where like it shows
Yeah,
where like
you
the
show
best
the
shot
best
is gonna
quick-
be at.
Yeah, the critical point.
Mm.
That's what he did to me. He
Oh,
he
damn.
vatsed me, bro. He vatsed me, and he found my weakest points, and literally was like, "Oh, there,
Let's hit him, bro.
there," and I was like, "Okay, cool." So I know how to read this guy, but he didn't know how to read me. But yeah, so that's how this industry works,
Yeah,
and that's why I started writing. That's
People-
kind of how that shit happened.
It sucks because people
But
will.
fuck TikTok.
Yeah,
No,
but-
I'm just
well,
kidding.
no,
No.
listen. No, it sucks though because when
No,
when you're
no.
getting in this industry, man, and you're making music happen, and you're putting your like heart and your soul and your dreams and everything that you want to be in music as a musician, as a creative, out into the world, when you're trying to create it from a vision into something real. What happens is, sadly, there's a lot of people who are going to see you and see you as like a dollar sign or as like something that they can bring up under their wing or like something that they can control. And the second that they realize that they cannot control you, that they cannot have you, that they cannot run you and rule your life, they either A, sabotage you and will do everything in their power to make sure you don't get to where you want to be.
Keep
or
you stagnant,
B,
yeah.
just keep you stagnant and keep you make sure you're not moving. Make sure that they can stand in front of you in every single way, shape, and form without you
Hold
ever
that
realizing
carrot and that stick in front of
without
you.
you realizing that you're on a treadmill and that you're not going anywhere. You know, and then C is they're gonna try to get you or try to find out some way to offer you more money or whatever the case is,
Or
all these
capitalize off
dreams,
you.
or capitalize off you, or offer you
Sell you
everything that
out.
you could want in a sense, so that way they could literally bleed you dry of your creative abilities because they don't have people that can do that.
Right, do the
So-
wheels fall off.
There's literally only a few, and then obviously the route, you know, C or F or E that we're chasing is that we can do this independently, and as long as we find the right people, we can build something that's really awesome and can change a lot of people's lives. Not
And
only our
we
own
have
lives,
the
but our family's
opportunity to
life. We have the opportunity
that.
to do huge things, and we're going to do that. So that's the route we're choosing. But in this industry, is from especially what especially me and Simba have already seen, and we're trying to help save Ponce from even having experience, is those people like who are spider snakes, bro, who have this tasty lure on the end of their tail that looks like a spider, and this bird wants to go and eat this precious little food to bring it back to their kids, and it's these mother birds trying to feed their babies, but in reality it's a snake's tail.
So alarming
And it's a venomous snake that goes and eats the bird. And sometimes like a bit like someone was talking about, I think
like the bird was so hungry that
so
it'll
hungry.
still go
It'll get
after
bit,
this thing
and then it'll
after it
keep
gets
going,
bit.
and it'll keep going for the bait, and then it'll get it again, and then all of a sudden the bird is gone.
Like
And
the bird knowing that it's a snake will bite this thing, and then the snake will bite the bird. So it knows it's in danger, and it'll still go back after
thinks it's food.
the lure, and then
Yeah.
get caught a second time.
Look up a spider snake. Look
It's
up
like-
spider
that's what
snake on Google.
A lot of artists
and-
do, like
and there's
by
people out there-
generation, by
And there's
generation.
people out there who do look for these hungry artists, these like little mama birds, papa birds, who are trying to feed their families, who are trying to make shit happen, trying to make stuff happen for their life, and trying to
Like Justin Bieber was discovered.
feed their nest and build their nest. But they'll be waiting, and they're waiting, trying to show them something, and then as soon as they get you, they bleed you dry, and they put their fangs in you, and they get you.
They prey off your selfishness, and they
Yeah.
like get you into a world full of like self worship and make you think that the world is different than what it is. Like it takes you completely out of focus from what the real focus of humanity should be. Like there should genuinely be, like, if you think about the fact that your life right now, you got a job or whatever that you got to pay rent with or whatever that is, right? But what is your real ultimate goal at the end of your life? And if you haven't really thought about that, then by the time you're in your 30s, you will be thinking about that, and it'll already be too late. So I want you to see.
There's never too late, because some people blow up when they're 50. Now hear me out.
No,
I hate to do
it's
this, but
true.
I'm gonna run to the restroom. I'm gonna go pee, and then I'll be right back. Okay? I just wanted to be known. I'll be right back.
All right.
It's been known.
It is known.
It's an hour and 15 minutes.
It's an hour and 50 minutes? Oh, shit.
Talking
Yeah.
a lot about Bible.
It happened.
He'll wrap it up when he gets back in.
Yeah. So while he's peeing, what I was getting at about when you're 30 and it's too late, I'm meaning by the credibility that you have in this society, it being too late. I'm meaning like the touch you have on people, the influence gauge that you have on people. Typically, they look up to a younger audience and people that are new and upcomers, and they want to get behind it, but as it's emerging into the limelight, right? And that's great, but while you're in that limelight, you need to like really see what are your goals at the end of this road. Like, are you going to be left with nobody you can trust at the end of everything and just on some cool island alone? Or are you going to make sure that like you make an impact, you genuinely bring some good into the world? Because how many people have millions of dollars and billions of dollars and haven't contributed to a single good thing that actually made a genuine impact, that wasn't something that was just a cosmetic change,
Sure.
Can't think of one except like Jesus. Like Jesus was like the only person who came and genuinely made some like huge change. Like
Yeah.
everyone else offers like a new tint on your window, and like this guy was like, fuck the window. Like I think we're gonna go with a whole new car. Actually, you know what? How about the Holy Spirit? Like you know what I mean? And they give you something even cooler.
Yeah.
Amen, brother.
Amen.
Sorry, guys.
Exactly.
I had this loose koala that I've been keeping in captivity that I need to feed.
And he bites him. He bites him, and he still breastfeeds.
Well, he's eating that one. It's that one leaf. It's like, what is it?
Eucalyptus.
Eucalyptus. Dick boy. Dick. I'm sorry, guys.
Dang,
I'm sorry.
set us
I'm
up for
sorry.
that
I
one.
set you up. I baited you.
Well, I think we can wrap it up. Wrap it up on that note.
Wrap up that dick boy. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. No, imagine.
Dang, we're back to back.
No, but for real.
Yeah.
No, but yeah,
wrap it up.
it's
Back to back on that. No, imagine no.
No, honestly though, I just want to say like, it's a crazy world out here, and there's a lot of artists and a lot of creatives who want to pursue their dreams, who want to make this thing happen, who want to turn their dreams into a reality and have it really come to fruition. And it's not always accessible. It's not always easy, but at the same time, it's worth it. And you have to keep going. You have to, never give up and just no matter what, like persevere, dude. And
Go or grow.
Go or grow.
Leave this industry or grow.
Or make it
That's
happen.
the option that we were presented with,
Yeah.
and what do we do?
We locked in.
So that's what I'm trying to get at. It's
Before
like
it's-
everyone
yeah,
has
yeah.
those doubts. Everyone
Everyone has those days.
Everyone has those days.
But before we end really fast, I
What's
would
Hannah Montana
really
song?
quick.
Everyone makes mistakes.
Everybody has those days, bro.
Everyone, no, I'm kidding.
Really fast though. I just want to know if it's okay. What was your guys' first concert really fast, and like who was the first person you saw in concert that like helped you like realize like damn, like I really need to do this. Do you guys have an answer? Yeah.
I went to go see Journey with my mom.
That was your first concert ever?
First
Ever.
concert ever.
How was that?
That's a
And
really
I
cool
saw-
band.
concert.
Why can't I think of his name? The lead guitarist for Journey come out on stage with a spotlight directly on him, and he played the solo to Faithfully, I believe.
Nice.
Mhm.
And I went home and I started learning that solo and all of their songs, every one of their
Nice.
songs, and I was
Play
like,
Don't Stop Believin' right now.
I'm going to learn how to sing like that man. It wasn't Steve Perry, it was the other, it was a different guy. And I'm going to learn how to play like those guys, and I'm going to get on that stage because I saw the influence and the impact that happened at that stage. It was all ages.
Yeah.
It wasn't
matter.
a specific type of person.
That's what God's gift does,
It
bro.
was
Brings
all
people together. of all
ages,
different types.
kids and everything.
Yeah.
And their morals were just all family based, and it was
That's
like
dope.
that's what I want to do. That's what I want to be,
Yeah.
a light in this
In this dark
dark world. And
Yeah.
those were thoughts I was thinking
Yeah.
when I was I had to be 14 or
Yeah, something like
15
that,
or
right?
something like that for my
Yeah,
first
yeah.
concert or something.
Oh
but
yeah, dude.
that was the best
That
moment.
feeling, bro. It's like
Yeah. Yeah.
What was your first concert, or what was your first?
Well, a few months
experience.
ago, I almost went to a Juice World concert because I was
Damn, a
almost
few months ago?
unalived.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
Betrayal.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a suicide joke.
Oh.
Um,
dang. Oh. Man.
So,
Ooh, we don't
he's
talk
here
but
on
I'm
those
back
guys.
from
He's
those
got Jesus.
feelings,
we don't
guys.
promote. We don't promote that though.
Yeah,
we don't
we've
promote
all
it.
been through it though. It's
We don't
okay. You're
promote
not
it.
alone.
Been through it.
If you've
You've
ever
been
been
through it,
through
buddy.
anything, if you were going through something right now, and at some point you feel like you have felt alone or whatever, I promise you, you're not alone. I promise you, there's people. There's a lot of us
Jesus
have been
is
in the
with
same
you.
spot.
Amen.
Exactly.
And
Amen.
I'm gonna baptize
And
tomorrow as is
we're
Elijah.
both getting baptized tomorrow, and Alex is gonna
Tomorrow,
come join
yeah.
us and be there, and it's gonna be an awesome day. And
It's gonna be beautiful.
yeah, but no matter what, you're not alone. So don't ever think that you are. And but yeah,
And use music as an escape. It
yeah,
helps.
create
Some
something,
kinda
make something,
creativity.
do some sort of
If you
creativity.
can't,
Let
if you
your
get sing or fiddle, bro, like
bro draw, bro. Just try something. And
as
you
long
never
as
know.
you don't
I
diddle,
didn't
you're
know.
good.
I did not know I could paint until I started painting on clothes and painting. Okay, I still don't even really say I can paint, but I have abstract concepts that like work. You never know what thing for you is gonna click, so just keep going.
Yeah, it could
Yeah.
literally be yodeling. You don't even know.
You
like
have no idea, bro.
if you're
You
trying
could
to
be the new
sing
Yodel
pop,
kid.
you could be an opera singer. You don't even
You
know.
never
That's
know.
what a lot of people don't understand is that
You just gotta experiment.
yeah, everyone's got their own
Find
thing.
your sound. Find your
And-
voice.
But my
or
real
whatever it is.
concert was my first concert was Avenged Sevenfold,
Nice.
and I crowd surfed.
Wow.
And
You did?
Yes.
Dude, lit. I've never done that.
It
One
was
day.
I was really terrified because I crowd surfed and
How old were you?
I was like 14 or 13. I crowd surfed
Love
and I
that.
remember like I was wearing like a monster hat. Like I was one of those
You
guys.
didn't want to lose a monster.
It was
hat.
maybe it was
Oh, you were
Monster,
one
it
of
was
those
DC,
dudes.
Something
or it
like
was
that, yeah.
DC.
Emo.
It was
Felt
one of
that.
those
Me too,
kids,
bro.
and
Me
I had
too,
the
bro.
swoop. I had the
Me
swoop.
too, bro. The
I had the
swoop, bro.
swoop. It was bad,
Yeah,
dude.
hell
And
yeah.
so,
Oh, wow.
so I go to this concert, and the guitarist, his name was like Sinister Gates or something like that.
Yeah.
He's really fucking
Yeah,
cool.
shut 'em out, yeah.
So he comes out, and he's doing like his thing, right? And it's a really cool solo, and there's a huge mosh pit going on. And I remember like the lead singer's in the middle of singing like hard, and he randomly goes, wait, stop the music. And he goes, Sinister, bro, there's a bobblehead of you, bro. And he's like, dude, we have fucking bobbleheads now? Yo, what the fuck? He's like, yo, can we just acknowledge that we have bobbleheads? Like, what the fuck? And I
Yeah.
thought it was one of the funniest things to like, he broke up the whole vibe
set,
to like,
just,
and it made me like
yo.
look at him like from like another light of like,
Mhm.
that those are like best friends up there right now. Like that makes me so
Yeah.
happy. Like and then like he just starts riffing and he's like, bro, he's like, you know what? He's like, speaking of he's like amazing things, there's this woman right there. And he points at this girl, he's like, hey, you've been on your man's shoulders this whole time. If he doesn't get laid tonight, then you have really done yourself a dishonesty right here.
Yeah,
like you know,
you did some
like
disservice,
yeah,
yeah.
disservice. Yeah, it was like this whole thing, and and it really like showed me like showmanship, and
Yeah.
and it like threw me for a loop for like realizing that like even these like these dope ass rock guys like are like there to just have fun, bro. Like it's their passion. They're not there to like just make money off people, bro.
Yeah, that's what they love.
And I was a $30 ticket.
Yeah.
Like I didn't go fucking pay
Nice.
$2,000 to go fucking pay for see
Yeah.
Taylor Swift, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Like that's some lame shit. And
Yeah.
Honestly, like no shade
It's
throwing,
avenged
but
sevenfold,
no,
yeah.
but
still
yeah.
shade throwing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shade every day. No.
Dude, that's dope though. I love that. I've always wanted to crowd surf, and I hope one day that I'll get to do that. After
You never done
my
it?
own show? Not my own show. I'd love to.
Some
one
dude
day.
punched me in the asshole.
Really? He's like,
I was surfing perfectly fine, and I like felt the presence of somebody like chasing me down, like I could see their head like bopping up like closer
trying to
and
find
closer,
you, bro.
and out of nowhere he just like punched me right in my asshole, right as I'm like kind of sitting, and I was like, oh, and like he got me, bro, right in like the bone area of like my ass
dude,
crack.
Wow, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, but then
Oh
when
my
I got
goodness.
off, they pulled me right between the stage and like the gates,
Yeah.
right? And so I was under the impression that I got kicked out, right? So I didn't
Oh.
know what was happening. I'm like young, bro. Like,
Yeah.
so I'm like, look at the security, like jakes me down, like get down, and like he brings me down. And so like I'm like I can see the guys upstage right now, like
Yeah.
right next to me. I could like touch them if I wanted to.
Yeah.
But then like I see like this path, and the guy's like, go, and he points. He's like, go,
Yeah.
and I was like, fuck, like I just got kicked out. I just got here, man.
Yeah.
And then, like, as I'm walking, I look to my right, and there's an opening, and it's like right back to the place. And I was like,
Oh.
"Oh shit!
Oh,
All right,
shit,
I'm not
it's
kicked
so
out.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah." So I went back in.
Man, that's so
I'm
good.
moshed. I moshed.
Oh my goodness, I love that.
Wow.
So I'll tell you, as my first
wanna know.
concert experience was I believe I was about 16 or something, 16 or 18 or so. I'm pretty sure my first concert experience was a 21 Pilots show. Okay, John Bellion came to Las Vegas, and I wanted to see John Bellion so bad. I would have done anything in the world to see John Bellion, bro. I would have paid any amount of money. I needed to see him. It so happened John Bellion was opening for 21 Pilots on this tour.
Oh no!
They passed through Las
You
Vegas.
topped
bro.
it. You
And
topped it.
listen, no, listen, bro, I paid. They were $200 tickets, bro. I paid for it, and I convinced. I paid for my friend's ticket to come with me because I needed someone to come with me, bro. Like my mom helped me a little bit, but I paid for I was like, I don't want to go alone. And we were gonna try to sneak in my other friend Justin. We were gonna try to sneak him in, just like figure it out. Didn't work, but we used to we were with him in line, bro. And it was so funny because I'm trying to see John Bellion, but 21 Pilots fans are kind of like different.
They're
Like they're all covered in
hard.
covered in like black paint on the necks and the hands.
That is one of the
wearing,
best
like, the red
concerts I've
makeup, bro.
ever been to.
I saw a lot of cute
Yeah.
emo girls. I was like, dang, bro, I love it here. But there was a lot of like really like, oh, okay, like all right.
My car radio, and now I just sit in
Yeah.
silence.
Yeah, yeah,
They-
yeah, I was
no,
like-
but low key, they have some of the best fans.
No, they were really
in
cool. The fans were dope.
Yeah.
Any like
Wow,
yeah. Last
No,
time
their
I went
fans were
to
dope.
it,
Yeah, the fans
their
were dope.
concert, it was amazing.
But there was a lot of love there for sure. A lot of it was just really cool seeing that many people, like how hard these fans went for 21 Pilots.
Exactly,
I was
yeah.
like, whoa, dude, like I've never seen
Yeah.
anything like that. Obviously, like but then we get to the door, we try to sneak in Justin, it didn't work, so we gave him the keys. He goes back to the car. We now know that he's in the car for the next few hours, and we're gonna go see this concert. And he's
Wow.
like, I was like, shit, I felt so bad, bro. And we go in, and we were playing with pretty girls, and we're doing our thing. We're like, maybe either anywhere from 16 to 18, and I think it was 18. And dude, yeah, we had so much fun. I go to the merch booth. I got some merch. I got John Bellion merch immediately. The first thing I did was go buy John Bellion merch. Like I didn't not care. I was not gonna go deal with that at the end. And Judah and the Lion opened up for John Bellion, and that was an incredible show. I've never heard of them before, and all of a sudden,
Wow.
Judah and the Lion's opening, and I'm sitting here, bro, in the middle, and I'm with this. There's a pretty girl next to me. I was like flirting with this girl, and with my homie, and we're at vibing. There was like a group of people around us, and it was so dope. And I was in the theater, like the Las Vegas like arena, one of the Las
Was
Vegas
this
arenas.
before the Judah's hit or I can't-
Suit and Jacket is like just came out. I think.
Oh
Like,
wow,
it just came out, yeah. And
that
they-
is the greatest
yeah,
lineup.
Take it all back,
Like-
take it all back, just to have
wow.
you, bro. Literally, oh my
Wow.
goodness, it was so amazing, bro. Because I literally saw them come out, and I was like, bro, and it was so cool. So Judah and the Lion came out, and I was shocked.
You were
bro. I was
geeking.
bro. 'Cause they had the
Geeking
banjo,
out.
bro, and I was like. And I didn't know the lyrics or anything. But
They're
I
so cool.
I listened to like
Yeah.
a few of their songs before we went up, so I knew like some of the songs. But I was like, bro, it was just wow, it was incredible. And then John Bellion comes out, bro, and does The Human Condition, I believe.
All time low and stuff.
All time low and all this stuff, bro. And like when he was really in it, bro. It was like it was so fun, bro. It was such an incredible performance. And then 21 Pilots comes out and does. And first of all, I'm like screaming. I have John Million merch. I was like, "Hey, everybody, I have merch. I love you." And then 21 Pilots comes out and it was like the craziest opening, the craziest show. They put on an amazing performance. At the end of the night, I ended up kissing the girl next to me, and then I had it was a great time. But seeing all of them on stage, not only did they all go and do incredible performances, but at the end they all got on stage, bro. All of them, bro. Judah the Lion,
yeah.
John Bellion's entire crew, 21 Pilots, all of them got on stage and did some songs together. And like one guy come out in like a lobster costume, and it was just like it was the same thing. Like seeing friends just up there having absolute so much fun and just like doing what they're made to do. And I was like, bro, this is what I'm made to do. Like I'm meant to be up here. Like, I'm meant to be on that stage with those people like that. And with the same, my same group one day.
We're the next generation of it, yeah.
Exactly, bro. And I knew, and it was just such an amazing time. And then my first time after that was I went to a festival, Life is Beautiful. And the whole time, bro, I was looking at everyone on stage going, this is going to be me, my friends. And and my friends and I, bro,
That's
literally.
right.
And it was, and now we're here and now we're doing amazing things. And one day we'll get to perform festivals in arenas and such. And, yeah,
And we're gonna come on stage and bow in lobster costumes.
and we're gonna have some Tigers and Dragons costumes. We're gonna have some things. We're gonna have some
Alex may be coming on
Stuff.
stage,
Yeah.
but I'll be singing. So
I'll be doing both.
Hold on.
Hold on now.
Well, look.
No,
I think
but
that's a great
Yeah.
place to wrap up the pod. Yeah,
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 absolutely.
I think so too. I
And
think
I'm
we
glad-
kind of went
yeah,
full circle.
we did go full circle,
Yeah.
and we're blessed to be here. And we're blessed to
Wow.
be in the opportunity that we have been given, and God is good, and He's blessed us with an incredible life and adventures and things that have
Absolutely.
given us the ability to do what we do. And so we can't thank you guys enough. Thanks for tuning in.
And you guys are gonna get to know a lot more about us. throughout this. So
100%.
don't take this as like the only bit of information you're
Yeah,
gonna get.
you're gonna
to know
get
about
lots
us.
of information about us.
So just know that everything's gonna.
It's gonna keep going.
Yeah. You do the outro.
Yeah,
You
so
do the-
hit us with a follow, like, comment, subscribe, share, and don't hold back. Send this to your friends, and let us know some other things you would like to us to talk about, especially in the comments. Like, let us know down below. Hey, like Tigers and Dragons and UFOs? Ooh, question mark. Tigers and Dragons and what? What do you guys want to hear? So
Yeah, last time we asked that question and we got a lot of inbox things about OnlyFans.
No,
we don't
we don't do that. We're not gonna
OnlyFans.
do that.
We
Yeah,
don't.
yeah,
We
hold
don't
on.
do it. So
Yeah,
please,
no,
seriously,
hold the
guys,
phone on
take it
this.
seriously.
we don't do any OnlyFans.
I know how bad you guys
stuff.
want to see it, but look, bro,
Look.
I'm more than an object. We're all more than objects, okay?
Yeah.
And
And so are my dogs. If they're
and,
more than
uh,
objects, we can't have an OnlyFans.
We're all
for-
sacred
for animals.
temples.
we are sacred temples, and I
That's
think
right.
there's only one way to
Bring
end
it
this
in.
podcast.
And that is a proper.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I declare thumb more. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Count your
No.
chair. Keep your thumb straight.
Okay.
No.
I'm winning this time.
No. Keep your hand together. Lucy, Goosey, Mongoosey. No. Snake bite. I got
You got
No,
him.
you want to get. I'm psyched.
All right, mate.
Well, we
Well,
all won
that's
in
about
spirit.
it.
Thanks,
That's
guys,
about
for
it.
tuning in. We'll see you guys next time. Let's go.
See, mate. My Crohn's is acting up. I gotta.
Crones are acting up.
Oh
You
no.
dropped that mic like 3 times.
Yeah, dude. Sometimes you gotta hit him with a mic drop.
Yeah, sometimes
Peace.
the mic drops the best way.